Thursday, and welcome back to another episode of To the Moms. I'm your host, Kathy, and I've got Amaris on here.
Yo.
I hope you guys are having a great week so far. On today's topic, we're keeping things a little lighthearted, kind of. I don't know. Never know what's gonna
Come out.
happen because Kathy's always crying every episode. But we're gonna be talking about hobbies as a mom, hobbies that we had before kids, hobbies that we want to start implementing. So I think it's going to be a really fun topic. I know a lot of moms can relate. So I would like to start by asking you, Amaris, what are some hobbies that you had prior to having kids? I'm curious to know because I don't think that's something we've ever really talked about. I don't know what your hobbies are.
Yeah, I didn't have any hobbies before becoming a mom.
Bitch,
I didn't. I mean, I wouldn't say like my skincare and hair care is a hobby. I don't I don't consider that a hobby. So I did not have hobbies.
Okay, that's okay.
I just didn't. Now I think I have a hobby, and it's this podcast.
I feel like motherhood kind of forces you in a little bit.
Yeah.
Like to, especially as a stay-at-home mom, because you're home and you find yourself kind of feeling like you're losing yourself a little bit, especially in the beginning. And I think hobbies are really important. I know they're important for me, and even if I'm not, implementing them on a daily basis, just finding some kind of time to do something that brings us joy is really important.
Right. No, I totally agree with that. I think having the podcast really gives me a sense of hobby. And Abraham was like, I don't care how much time you spend on your podcast. Like, that's a hobby that you finally have. I've been asking you to get.
I know. It is definitely a hobby. And you know what? It's also, for me, like a little bit of self-care, because all day today, I kept I was like, I can't wait till 7:00. I can't. This is me time right now.
Right.
Like, I can tune everybody out, and it just feels so good to just sit here and just chat like two girlfriends, just catching up on life. It's like,
it's good.
It's so much fun.
I feel refreshed. Now let me go clean this pile of toys that are just sitting in the living room.
I know. And it's funny because I feel like you and I, like, we talk like on a daily basis, but
we do.
Ever since the podcast, like, we don't overshare during the week because we kind of want to savor it. We want to savor it for the podcast, So it's funny.
It is funny. Oh my gosh. But yeah, did you have any hobbies before becoming a mom?
I did. So I'm someone, and I've always been this way. I've always jumped hobby to hobby.
Okay.
I've always been always been like a very creative person, and I've always dabbled into different things. Like, I love interior design, like home decorating. I got that from my mom. Like, she's really into that.
She was good.
So I still have this passion. I love going to like antique stores, and I can spend hours on Pinterest and magazines, and just I love that stuff. What else? I was into yoga too since college. Reading.
Good.
I'm trying to think what else. I think those are kind of the main things. When I was pregnant, I did start knitting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I kind of want to pick that back up, but honestly, there's no time. But yeah, I've always liked to like dabble into like little, into like everything but sports. Not a sports girly.
I mean, I could watch football, but then I get very into it. I'd be like, oh my God, why didn't you get to? But like when I was watching the Super Bowl, I'm like downstairs. I was like, I'm like clenching my chest, and he was like, you good? I'm like, this is why I can't watch sports. Like, this is why I stopped watching sports, because I feel the anger in me come out.
That is so funny. I could totally picture it. I could totally picture you. Do you have hobbies now as a mom? And when did you start, I guess, implementing like those hobbies or creating those hobbies?
So I think after I became a stay-at-home mom and I was pregnant and I was like craving a bunch of like takeout, I kind of knew I had to buckle down, research some recipes, and like get them done. So cooking is very therapeutic for me. I love doing it. I mean, there are days where I'm like, I don't feel like doing it, which is fine. But I really love cooking. I really love just getting in the kitchen and whipping something yummy up. as
I
like
love that.
silly as that sounds. But
It's not silly at all. I actually love cooking too.
yeah.
I've always had like a big I started getting into cooking actually, I guess when I moved out of college, like when
Okay.
I lived with Blue for the first time. And you know what? Fun fact,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll get to this in a second, but Laura Vitale is the reason I learned how to cook. And
Aw,
it's funny because I'm actually going to be meeting her next
yeah.
week for her book
Oh,
signing. So
that's
I
next
am
week.
so excited.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Blue got me tickets to meet her. She's going to be doing a meet and greet, and she's
Mm-hmm.
going to sign my book. Hopefully I can get a picture with her. But yeah, she's the reason that I started cooking. Like I love her recipe. She just simplified everything for me. And
Right.
um yeah, so cooking was definitely a passion, but I feel like it kind of died down a little
Mm-hmm.
bit, and I'm kind of starting back up again with it.
Yeah. I feel like that happened to me too. I think, when I was pregnant, it was up, like my cooking game
Mhm.
was strong, and then I was in the trenches with Cirilla,
Mhm.
being younger than 2, and like her figuring out what she's going to eat.
Right.
That now I'm like picking it back up again. Like I just made some chicken thighs.
Ooh, I love chicken
It's
thighs.
so good. It's nicely shredded. And like the way, I don't think my traditional cooking is so traditional. I kind of just do whatever it is that I want, and then I like make
You're
something that
creative with it.
I'm very creative with it. Like I love
Mhm.
adding oranges and lemons and limes into like
I
my
love
chicken
that.
and like fishes.
Mhm.
I love just blending up a whole onion into like just liquid and just popping it into like my pot of like whatever I'm like cooking. And it's just fun to see like whatever pops into my head works out. I'm like, I'm a little
I
chef.
love that. You are a little chef. But you said that, it comes in waves. Like
Yeah.
you get really into it and then you die down. I think it's
Mhm.
because you go through ruts sometimes too with cooking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
You
there's
do.
weeks where you're like, oh, like
Like,
what do I make? Like I've made every single dish
right. Or
I
like,
can
I don't
think
want
of.
pasta, or like, I don't
Right.
have something for me to make. I'm not interested in like making it. So
Yeah.
you just order takeout.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Those are the days. Those
those
are
are
the
the
days for
days
sure.
you order takeout, you whip up something frozen from the freezer. And lately I've been like just buying like plain frozen pizza, and
Oh,
then
okay.
just putting some like toppings on
I love
top,
nights like
adding
that.
some like extra cheese on top, pop in the oven. I'm like, this is good. I just
Yeah.
elevated this frozen pizza.
Yeah. I'm eating a cookie.
Oh my goodness. But yeah,
Um,
I wish I was into like reading. Like I would love to get
I
into
want to get
reading.
back into it. I used to read all the time, and is into reading too. Like we
Oh,
would both
nice.
read. We have so many books, and
Mm-hmm.
now since we have become parents, like there's just no
There's no
time.
time. Yeah, there's no
And then
time.
I would at night, but then I feel like it puts me to sleep. You
Yeah,
know?
because you're so tired. So you're just like,
Yeah.
okay, let me just
Mm-hmm.
not. I do love watching cooking shows. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
love watching cooking shows at nighttime.
Those
I
are
get
fun.
inspired like the next day, and I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna cook what
Mm-hmm.
you cooked, but I'm gonna do something
Or I'll
similar.
go on like TikTok and just look at recipes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I
And
love
then
your
just,
YouTube.
oh, YouTube is good too. Yeah.
Something that I love to do, I love creating things from scratch. So
Okay.
like if I'm at a restaurant or anything and I have an amazing dish, I'm like, okay, I need to figure out how to recreate this at home.
Okay.
And yeah, I've always been that way. I love it. I also do gardening in like
Oh,
the warmer
nice.
months, so I love
Mhm.
having like my little herb garden, and it's just fun. Like you can get
Yeah.
really creative in the kitchen. And I want to teach that to Grayson too.
Yeah. I would love to get into gardening, but I feel like I need to get my backyard settled first, because right now it's a train wreck,
Yeah.
you know? It is a train wreck. Oh my gosh. Once it starts getting warm out, we're gonna have to take the kids outside and like buckle down and get all these leaves bagged, all these twigs out. Like it's crazy out there. But I would love to get into gardening because that is
Yeah.
so fun. I love, like, last year my dad made our little garden, and it was so cool getting like peppers and like
Yeah, girl, you have
tomatoes.
this. Girl, if I had
I
the
know.
backyard, the space that you guys have, I would have a whole vegetable
I
garden.
want that so bad.
It's amazing. You could have squash. You could have
I have
all kinds of
everything.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah. We just have to get to a point where we're comfortable taking both kids out, and I think we're
Okay.
at the age now
Yeah,
where
yeah,
we
yeah.
can both take them out. They both listen, and they both follow simple directions where we can take them out, do some yard work, and they'll be
I think
safe.
it'd be I think it'd be fun, and like it could be a daily fun activity. Like, oh, it's time to water the garden,
Right,
oh, do you
right.
want to pick out what we're gonna have for dinner? Like things like that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I know Abraham was doing that with Cirilla. At some point, I had to stop going into my garden because there was like
Mm-hmm.
spider webs and like bugs. I was like, I cannot do this. I hate this.
Amaris does not,
I
she
don't
does
fuck
not
with
deal with that shit.
bugs.
Yeah, she doesn't.
I don't. I'm like, ugh. It makes me like skeeve out, nauseous. So he would go with the colander with Cirilla, and then we'll
Oh,
both
I love
pick,
that.
wash
That's
it.
adorable.
Yeah, so I definitely want to get into gardening. Fun fact about me though, I don't think you ever know this. I do have like a little artsy vibe in me. So I took a
I could see
ceramic,
that.
yeah, I took a ceramic class freshman year of high school, and I actually won in the Middlelands Art
Mm.
Expo, like states, something in like first place.
What? That's so
Yeah. I
cool.
made a ceramic piece. It was for my mom. And the teacher didn't even bother to ask me, can I like enter this? Like the moment he took it out, the whole class was like, that is so beautiful. You need to like enter it in. And then
Yeah.
they did. And then I think they found out like the following week that my prize like won. And I was like, that is so cool. I got
That
an
is amazing.
artsy.
Now, your sister is really creative.
She's very creative.
Are either of your parents creative? Like, where did that
No,
come from?
they're not creative at all. My dad, my mom, not so much. My mom, sorry, mom, she's kind of boring. She doesn't have any hobbies. Like that, you can leave this in a podcast. She does not have any hobbies. My dad does love to barbecue and cook. Like that's his passion. He
Okay.
loves cooking, loves whipping it up in the kitchen, and I think that's where I got it from because all my life, like I've been cooking. I've always been interested in like cooking and helping out in the kitchen. But yeah, my dad he's just like me. He like thinks of something and
Yeah.
will make it.
Gotcha.
And
That's cool.
it's all good.
Nice.
So yeah.
Something else that I've been into that I wasn't into before. This all happened after motherhood. Baking.
Oh yeah, same.
I always thought baking was so hard because you have to be you have to follow like
the recipe
measurements.
Yeah,
like, it's not like cooking where it's like,
right.
oh, like if you mess up something,
like it's not, right. Not an easy fix.
It's not an easy fix. So, I don't know what made me start baking, but I don't know. I freaking love it now. Like today, and when I'm stressed out now, I bake. It's like therapeutic for me. Now that I've started getting into sourdough, I'm like, okay, what can I make with my sourdough starter? So today, because I woke up, I was so stressed. I've been so fucking stressed out today. I'm like, okay, I made pizza dough, sourdough pizza dough. So I know it's really late right now, but we started the day off late. We're going to make pizzas after this. With that, I made sourdough chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, wow.
I made sourdough bagels in plain everything but the bagel seasoning. What else? Sesame seed and cinnamon sugar.
Nice.
And I'm working on a loaf, right?
Oh, wow. Damn, you baking. You extra stress.
I know. But it's just, I don't know. I love being in the kitchen and just, I don't know. It's like, it's very therapeutic for me. Very, very therapeutic, especially like the whole sourdough thing. I just think it's so cool.
Yeah. I don't think I could get into it. I think after watching you and like everyone else on TikTok, I'm like, you know what? This is not for me.
Because it's like a living thing that you have to like keep alive and feed it and stuff.
Yeah, it's okay. I got 2 kids. I gotta keep alive and feed it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to think what else. Anything else that you have gotten into?
Or
like that you want. Or what about working out, Amaris?
Yeah, I like working out. I'm not to a point where I'm like It's a hobby. It's not my identity just yet. Like I'm just working my way
Really?
up to it. I mean, do I try to do it every day? Yeah, I
Do
do.
you enjoy it, or you're just not there yet?
No, I do enjoy it, and I feel I'm getting stronger by the week, and I'll be
Yeah, because girl, you
like,
look
yeah, I'm
good.
like, fuck yeah, yeah,
You
I'm
look
strong.
really
Thank
good.
you. I'm trying to get a BBL without the surgery because ain't nobody trying to go under with needles and stuff.
No,
No, I can't. I
no.
can't do that. I'm too scared. But yeah, no, I do love going to the gym. I do get mad when I don't go to the gym because for me, the going to the gym is like self-care, right? I'm working on myself, working on
Yeah.
myself, getting strong. So yesterday I did a pretty good workout at home and I was very proud of myself because I got the kids breakfast ready, and then I didn't do anything for myself until after I exercised, and
Gotcha.
it was great. It was
I want
good.
to start. I'm gonna do a workout tomorrow with that girl
Oh, grow with
that
Joe.
used to grow with Joe. Yeah.
Yo, my show. I don't know. So yesterday I did a 10-minute Zumba, a 12-minute Grow with Joe session, and then a 15-minute Pilates Body by Raven.
Yeah.
Today I'm sore. I'm
That's a
tired.
lot, girl.
I
You did
know.
it all like straight?
Yeah, I did.
El diablo.
Because
Okay.
it's just like it was like 15 minutes and 12 minutes and like 10 and then like a 10-minute stretch. So that's like
Okay.
about the same amount of time I'm like at the gym, like
Okay. Yeah.
an
Yeah.
hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, my body hurts. Everything, every part of my muscle. I'm like, oh, this is what
Yeah.
it takes.
Lord.
Lord, I'm tired. Oh, one of the lists on
What?
ChatGPT is so I had asked ChatGPT to give me a
Mm-hmm.
list of hobbies that moms can consider doing,
Oh, I
and
like
one of
that.
them is traveling. Now, I will say
That's kind of
Abraham
hard.
and I, it is hard, but Abraham and I, we used to travel all the time. I think that was our identity before becoming parents.
It was. It was. You guys were
Traveling.
really into it.
We were really into it to the point I made an Instagram account to like
Mm-hmm. I
truly
remember.
document all of our adventures. Because one year we did four countries. We did
Mm-hmm.
Mexico in the beginning of the year. Then in September we did Ireland for the weekend.
That's
Then
amazing.
early December we did Jamaica, and then we ended the year. So for Christmas and New Year's Eve we did Canada.
Yeah, I
So
love
we
that.
were really into traveling.
We did traveling too, but I would love to do more international travel because we haven't
Yeah.
really done that. We've only done Mexico together,
Oh, okay.
and Puerto Rico, but like Puerto Rico's technically US, you know.
Yeah.
But I really want to do more of that because we travel, but we do a lot of local travel. Like we've been to
Right.
almost every single state. There's
Oh,
only like
cool.
there's only a handful of states that we haven't been to.
Mm-hmm.
So we do a lot of that, like local travel. Like we
Yeah.
like to explore new towns that we've never been to and
Mm-hmm.
states and stuff like that, which is fun. It's great.
Right.
I definitely would consider that an interest or like a hobby.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I can't
definitely would
wait.
like to do more.
I can't wait to do more. I miss it so much.
I'm sure.
I
Yeah.
miss it so much. So much.
Okay, so that's a good one. That chat
That is a good
GPT.
one. Shout out ChatGPT.
Shout out.
And then there's like DIY projects, which I know for me, I used to be like that. Like, I'm like, I'll just DIY it, but like now there's no time. But Abraham does a lot of like DIY projects, you know, like that's his form of self care is just getting something done for the house by himself.
Cool. Yeah.
So I know a lot of moms, they like to, what's it called, like refurbish furniture. Yeah. And I
like to do that.
cool. I think that's cool. If I can get into that and
that's
get
fun
to level
too.
Of patience to like sand things down, hell yeah.
It's fun. I did that right before I got pregnant with Grayson. I was like getting furniture and refurbishing it. And it's fun. I love antiquing. It truly is one of my passions. Like I have this Etsy shop. It's not so active now because I got to get more stuff. I only have like 3 things on there, but I love going to antique stores and flea markets, estate sales, and finding unique pieces and selling them. It's so fun.
Yeah, that does sound fun. That sounds real fun.
All right, what's next on the list?
Obviously, reading, which we already touched base on, photography. I feel like a lot of stay-at-home moms, they get into the photography business and they do a lot of like mini sessions. Now, I thought about dabbling
That's cool.
into that and really like focusing my services to like the special needs community and
Oh,
their
that's cool. I love
families.
that.
But yeah, nothing went with there. I don't know if like, I don't know. It's like it's not a passion of mine, you know. It was just like a thought process. I go through all these like, thought processes.
I know. I feel like we're similar like that.
Yeah.
With photography, I took a photography class in college and like I dropped out after the second week. It's actually harder than you think.
Right.
Like you have to have an eye for it. I do not.
Yeah.
My husband does. Blue could be a really good photographer. I'm not good at it. I don't want to be good. I just, like you said, it's not a passion of mine.
Yeah. Like there are some like mini sessions that I've done where I'm like, yo, this is nice. And there are others I'm like, yeah, I'm so glad I didn't pay for this.
Yeah, I like video editing. Like I feel like that's more fun.
Yeah.
But the pictures, I don't know. I'm just not good at it.
Yeah, I'm not good at that either.
I'd rather just pay someone to do
right.
You know?
Like, let me pay you to make my family look amazing. While we're all acting chaotic and running around, please.
But that is a good hobby. Actually, my friend Kenny, when I don't know if it was after she had her first or when she had her second, she got into photography. So that's something that she's really into. So
yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, Jackie was into.
Oh yeah, she was.
Yeah, she did my first engagement photos and she did my maternity photos, and honestly, those came out good.
They came out real good.
They came out real good.
Shout out to Jackie.
Hell yeah. Now she does her her own. She does her own family photos and like everything. And I'm like, girl, this is
that's
like
awesome.
A professional did it. She's like, thanks.
Wait, you're telling me like all those family photos she has, like she takes those herself?
Like the Christmas ones.
Those are good.
Right? They're really nice. I'm like, how did you do it? And she's
Jackie, get it.
Yeah.
I see you, girl.
She's really good. She's really good with that. The next on the list is like nature walks, which I feel like hiking. Like
I would love to.
I would love to do that too. Nature. Say to a certain degree, I like nature.
I know, because you don't like bugs. I don't like bugs either. But Blue and I were like into hiking for a little bit, and I was really into hiking when I lived in California. I would go hiking all the time. You went once. We went together once, right?
We went to like Mount Hollywood, took the wrong trail, got lost.
Yeah.
That Blue never. Brutal.
Yeah, I remember. But I freaking loved it because there's so many mountains and like hiking trails in California, but Blue never did that with me. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe I think he was just working a lot. Yeah. But I would definitely like to do that more. I love being around nature, especially now that I live in a city. It's like I crave trees and
simplicity. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I remember when Abraham proposed to me at the waterfall. Like that was beautiful. I really wanted to explore it, but like he proposed to me and I was like, oh, that was beautiful on my finger.
So funny. Life is funny. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's funny because we met up at Asheville where we met up, right? So Blue and I, when we lived in California, when we moved back to Jersey, we did a cross-country road trip for the listeners. 2 weeks just on the road, visiting a bunch of states. Asheville was a town or a city that we considered moving to. That's actually one of the reasons why we wanted to go there. And we met up with Abraham and Amaris because we told them about our trip. And Abraham ended up proposing there. It was so much fun. And we got to experience that and witness it. So it was really, really cool.
Yeah, I remember Blue took like pictures. Didn't he fall like in the water?
There's one picture of him falling in the water with his phone like this. I gotta find that picture.
You do. He was very committed, like very committed.
If I find that picture, I'm gonna post it.
Yeah.
on Instagram or TikTok or something.
Real quick, I'm like, I look back at that moment and I'm like, Abraham, why did you let me wear the outfit that I wore? I'm like, everyone looked decent, and here I am, like, just ready to go on a car ride with like cheerleader navy shorts and a
Well,
tank top.
maybe you would have caught on if you would have, said
No,
something.
because
No?
before the trip, I said, "Are you going to propose?" And he said, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I tell you every time we go on a trip." Which, what the hell was it? I think it was
I don't remember.
like, I'm
He was gonna propose in Mexico. Like that was the whole point of us doing the trip together, and then he decided he wasn't gonna do it in Mexico.
Yeah, there was a reason why.
Yeah, what was the reason? What was the reason?
What was the reason? I forgot what the reason was. I think it was it's too played out, or
Okay.
it wasn't uniquely enough, something like that. Something, but the waterfall, that was
No,
beautiful.
in North Carolina, if anyone is interested, it's called the Glass Looking Falls, right?
Looking Glass Falls.
Looking Glass Falls.
That's where we got proposed. If I find pictures, I'll post it on the Instagram.
It's beautiful.
Maybe even on TikTok to show you guys. But yeah, it really was beautiful. I was in bliss. Then there's volunteering. So getting involved with like the community. It's cool. I would love to do that when the kids are older.
Yeah, so you could do it together.
Yeah, and create some family traditions.
I like that.
It's nice. There's also playing like music, like playing an instrument, learning a new
nice.
instrument. I know Abraham, he brought a violin last year because he's like, I've always.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. So he hasn't played with it recently because he's just busy. But when he first got it, he would dedicate time at nighttime to like play. Then he
love
picked up
that.
nunchucks.
What? Oh, how funny.
So we have a black mark on our ceiling in our living room because one time he like chucked it up too high.
Oh my god, so that's where that's from.
So that's where so there are times I like look up, I'm like, oh my god, it's a stink bug, but it's not. It's just a little mark.
I tried picking up guitar because all of my life I wanted to learn how to play the guitar. And I ended up getting one. I don't know if you remember, in California, Abraham was trying to teach me.
Oh yes, that's right.
But I gave up. It was too hard.
It's hard on like on your fingers.
Yeah. He taught me one song. I don't remember what the song was, but he just kept like teaching me that one song.
Yeah.
And eventually I got it, but then when you guys left, I was like,
unmotivated. Yeah. Yeah, I tried to learn piano when I was younger, and I was like,
oh, same.
Nah, I'm good. Not disciplined enough for this.
I did play the flute.
Oh, that's cute.
The flute.
Yeah.
For how many years? From like 4th grade to like 7th grade.
Oh, nice.
Grade. Yeah, I was in band for a little bit.
Nice. I was in choir for a couple of years. So that was nice.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Joel was in choir.
Oh, yeah? Is he in choir now, or is he just focusing on soccer?
He's just focusing on soccer. I don't think his school has choir. I don't know.
Really?
I have to ask him. Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's interesting. Very interesting. And the last on the ChatGPT list is writing. I know writing and journaling can be very therapeutic.
I want to get into journaling so bad. I just don't know how to start that routine. Like, what do I write? I don't know.
Some people, I think they do it when they first wake up or before they go to like
and
bed.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I think so too.
I would love to do that. And I always tell myself, I'm going to start journaling this year. Like, this year I'm going to do it.
Right. And you're like, maybe next year.
Yeah, but no, I just think it's amazing. Like, just to start off the day like that, like in your journal with a cup of coffee in your hand.
Yeah, that sounds nice. See, I would love to do all that, but like when I picture myself doing that, I picture myself in my sunroom. I'm very like bougie. Like I want
no,
to be in my
yes. Me too.
sunroom
Me
with
too.
like a nice cup of tea or water or just something.
Girl, we're thinking the
Sunny,
same. We're thinking that I was like, yeah, I'm
journal.
like, I can't do that in this house.
I can't like
Telling you right now, it's not gonna happen in this house.
I can't. And I can't go outside under my gazebo because like there's bugs. I'm not trying to be with the bugs. I don't like
And I
bugs.
no, and if it's like if I try to go in my backyard, then I see all my neighbors. I'm just
Yeah. So I'm just like, I need a
but
sunroom.
but yes, I see myself. Okay, I see myself in this house with a wraparound porch.
Yep.
Right, and there's just like nature everywhere,
Yes.
and I'm just like either in a sunroom or like outside, and I'm just like sipping on my coffee with a swing chair.
Yes.
Can you see the vision? Because I see.
Yes, I see it too. Because that's what I want.
Right?
You want
Okay,
that?
yeah, we want the same things.
Yeah, I want like plants in my sunroom because that's where the
Yes.
sun's gonna hit it. I would love to have like my little herb garden on the side.
And maybe like I don't paint, but maybe like I can start getting into painting, you know what I mean? Like a little easel.
Yeah, just a nice therapeutic quiet space. That's mine. Keep your toys out of here, goddamn it.
Oh, that sounds amazing, honestly. Oh,
that's what I want.
One day.
I promise you I'm going to get a sunroom. Promise you. Absolutely. I'm getting a sunroom.
I told Blue today, I was like, we're moving next year. He's like, oh, we are? I'm like, yeah, we're moving next year. We're moving next year. It's going to happen. I'm manifesting it. It's happening. We're moving next year.
Yep.
Mark my words.
Yeah. As long as you set a date, like this is when we're going to move, you'll be good. Good. It's going to happen.
I know. It is going to happen.
It is.
I feel it.
Yeah. I feel it's going to happen for us too.
Yeah? That soon?
No, not that soon. I have to go back to work, rank up some money. We have some plans. We have some.
Okay.
We have some
in the works. Okay.
But like, I need to move. I need to move. My kids need their own space.
I know. That's how I feel too. Yeah, we might end up in another state. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds, but we're open to it.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly. I think we might just stay in Jersey because it's just easy. But I did hear PA has good autism services.
Okay, we're looking into PA because it's a lot cheaper
than Jersey.
Taxes, way cheaper taxes.
Yeah.
So it's something we're looking into. More space, so we'll see. Bigger house, bigger everything for cheaper.
Yeah. For sure. That's what the list gave me. I do love retail therapy, but like,
oh yeah, I mean, who doesn't?
We can't really say that. Like, I go to retail therapy.
And I like to watch trash TV, like Love is Blind. Have you been watching the new season?
Yes, we're all caught up. Are you caught up?
Yeah, we're caught up.
Girl,
what the hell is happening? What is going on this season?
Right? It's insane.
The couples are not the only couple I do like is the Puerto Rican girl, and the Jersey guy. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I know. I think her name is Amy and Johnny.
Is it Johnny? Yeah. I think they're so cute.
They are adorable together.
They're cute. I could see them making it.
Yeah, same. Jessica, the way that's Jessica's the one that with the 10-year-old daughter.
Yes. Yeah.
I love her mannerisms, the way she like confidently.
Oh yeah, she's very confident. Yeah,
she's very confident, very well spoken. Like Abraham was like, "Damn, she's amazing." I was like, "I'm in love with her."
I know. I love her confidence.
I'm like, I need to be more like her, outspoken,
I know,
but respectful.
And how she told them like that when you see me, like you're gonna
need an epi.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I was like, girl, yes.
You won't be able to breathe. I'm like.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone else, I'm trying to think, everyone else I'm like, interesting.
I know. I feel so bad for what was her name? The one that was the one that was with the guy that he's a principal and he broke it off with her because he was always on his phone.
Brittany. I think her name is Brittany.
I thought she was so sweet.
She was so sweet. I'm curious to know like what was his reasoning to like end things.
But because he was just so cold.
He was. She did have like a point that he wasn't like lovey-dovey with her.
We're all caught up. Well, not really all caught up, but we've been watching Married at First Sight. There's one season that's out, but it's not like
Okay.
in any of the platforms yet.
Okay, I can't get into that lately. I
Oh,
feel like
really?
all the couples have been whack and boring.
Oh, what
Yeah.
season are you on? Or were you watching?
The last season I was on was when they went to honeymoon, I think in Florida, and the bougie girl was like, I shouldn't be here.
Myrna.
Yes, something like that. We went on that season.
Okay.
It was whack. It was boring. We
Yeah,
stopped
some
watching.
seasons are good, some are not. It's like
Yeah,
hit or miss.
it's a hit or miss.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was a really fun episode to record. We can't wait to see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube because we've been posting a lot of shorts and videos on there, reels, TikToks, you know. And then we are on basically all the podcast platforms that you can think of. So can't wait to see you guys on the next one.
Bye.